But just at that moment he did. For at that moment Cinderella appeared at the doorway of the ballroom. The prince caught sight of her through the crowded, and like one in a dream, he walked to her side and offered her his arm. Quickly the king beckoned to the magicians, and they struck up a dreamy waltz. The prince and Cinderella swore off in the dance, and the king, chuckling over the success of his plan to find a bride for the prince, went happily off to bed. All evening the prince never left Cinderella's side. They danced every dance. They ate supper together, and Cinderella had such a wonderful time that she quite forgot the fairy godmother's warning until the clock in the palace door began to strike midnight. Bung, bung, the clock struck. Oh, cried Cinderella, the magic was about to end. Without a word, she ran from the ballroom, down the long palace hall, and out the door. One of her little glass slippers flew off, but she could not stop. She leaped into her coach, and away they raced for home. But as they rounded the first corner, the clock finished its strokes. The spell was broken, and there in the street stood an old horse, a dog, and a ragged girl staring at a small round pumpkin. About them some mice ran chattering. Glass slipper, the mice cried. Glass slipper, and Cinderella looked down. Sure enough, there was a glass slipper on the pavement. Oh, thank you, godmother, she said. Next morning there was a great excitement in the palace. The king was furious when he found that the duke had left the beautiful girl slip away. All we could find was this one glass slipper, the duke admitted. And now the prince said he must marry the girl whom this slipper fits, and he will not marry anyone else. He did, cried the king. He said he would marry her. Well then, find her, scored the kingdom, but find the girl. All day and all night the Grand Duke with his servant traveled about the kingdom, trying to find a foot on which the glass slipper would fit. In the morning, his coach drove up before Cinderella's house. The news of the search had run on ahead, and the stepmother was busy rousing her ugly daughters and preparing them to greet the Duke, for she was determined that one of them should wear the slipper and be the prince's bride. The prince's bride, whispered Cinderella. I must dress too. The Duke must not find me like this. Cinderella went off to her room to dress, humming a waltzing tune. Then the stepmother suspected the truth that Cinderella was the girl the prince was seeking and would marry. So the stepmother followed Cinderella to lock her in her room. The mice chattered a warning, but Cinderella did not hear them. She was awful in a world of dreams. Then she heard the key click. The door was locked. Please let me out, oh, please, she cried. But the wicked stepmother only laughed and went away. We will save you, said the loyal mice. We will somehow get that key. The household was in a flurry. The Grand Duke had arrived. His servant held the glass slipper. It is mine! It is mine! Both stepsisters cried, and each strained and pushed and tried to force her foot into the tiny glass slipper, but they failed. Meanwhile, the mice had made themselves into a long live chain. The mouse at the end dropped down into the stepmother's pocket. He popped up again with the key to Cinderella's room. At once the mice hurried off with the key. Now the Grand Duke was at the door about to leave. Suddenly, down the stairs Cinderella came flying. "Oh, wait, please," she called. "May I try the slipper on?" "Of course," said the Duke, and he called back the servant with the slipper. But the wicked stepmother tripped the boy. Away sailed the slipper, and crash! It splintered into 1,000 pieces. Oh my, said the Duke. "What can I ever tell the king?" "Never mind," said Cinderella. "I have the other here." And she pulled from her pocket the other glass slipper. So off to the palace went Cinderella in the king's own coach, with the happy Grand Duke by her side. The prince was delighted to see her again, and so it was his father the king. So was everyone, for this sweet and beautiful girl owned the hearts of all who met her. In no time at all, she was a princess of the land, and she and her husband, the charming prince, ruled their palace in a golden coach to live happily ever after.